Good morning, everyone. Let's get this bread. So to start out the day, let's see, hold up. We got 2 minutes to market open. So yeah, I was kind of just in here trying to look and see what looked interesting. I kind of like PayPal. Feel the need to check out Tesla, see what we see on Tesla as well. Let's see. Just looking at the trends. Let's maybe that could be something. Let's try to. Good morning, Mahishu. Welcome. Happy Monday. Yeah, that might be something on Tesla. Let's look at Nvidia as well. Nvidia is very well trading in the range. NAP, Green Day. Okay. All right. Let's see it. All right, so let's get the SPY. Okay, yeah, we got a little range trend going on the SPY as well on the 15. Let's see. Okay, so looks like market just opened. All right. Watching the SPY. Here, let's get that going. All right, so we got some news dropping at, I think, in 15 minutes. So that could affect some things as well. But yeah, I'm just trying to really just start out, see if I see anything interesting to start today. So I still want to look at Tesla too. Oh, so Casey, good morning, Casey. Welcome. Yeah, it's about to be a good day. All right, so Apple looks like it's testing support. Looks like it started a downtrend on the lower time frame. Here, I want to go back to a 15. Chart it up. Okay, we also got this crossover here. Let's see. Everyone have a good weekend. Oh, wrong one. All right. Okay, so might be getting a little break here. Might be getting a little break on the at the start of the day. Hey, glad to hear it, Mahishu. Glad to hear it. Let's turn on these EMAs, just see how we're looking. Let's go back to the one. So right now we're currently looking at upside. I have support kind of being 67 right now. Good morning, Angie. Angie B. Good morning. All right, Tesla looks like it's going up to test that kind of resistance we're looking up at as well. All right, let's see. Are we closing green or red today? What do I think? All right, so I want to look at the Dixie. The Dixie is up on the day. All right, so we're getting the pre-market sell-off lip. This is a 15-minute? No, this is 5. Let me zoom out, see if I see anything interesting. Let's go out to a 1 hour. Let's go out to a 4 hour. This is just ugly. Still got us in an uptrend. I guess this trend line has no validity, so I'll get rid of that. All right, so looking at the 15, it went down, touched the 48 EMA. Looks like it's finding some strength. Let me try to see it on a 30-minute. This chart is ugly. All right, so we're getting some buying pressure. Tesla looks like it is potentially breaking out. So we'll see how Tesla does here. And let's watch Tesla on a 5. Maybe if it wants to hold, that could be a move. Let's look at Tesla on the, see how they're doing. Okay, so they're super oversold or overbought, but that's a 5-minute. Lex, morning, welcome to the chat. Okay, PayPal is moving. All right, so PayPal hit that. I want to see how they do at this level as well. Let's get rid of this. Oh yeah, they're way overbought. But yeah, we got some strong buys. PayPal is one I want to watch to kind of see how they do at this level, because this could just end up being just going to be in liquidity or a double top. Zoom out a little bit, or let's zoom in. So yeah, this could be a double top, but my thing is if we stay above this level on PayPal, hey, we're probably about to go off and go crazy. All right, Tesla looks like it's actually kind of holding that level. Let's go back to a 5. Yeah, I'm gonna watch PayPal and Tesla right now. Let's go to a 10. I feel like I want to wait for data. Wait for the data to see how we do. I don't want to like hop in on any calls before we figure out how the data comes in. Real quick, taking a look at the data. Let's go to Forex Factory. So today we have manufacturing PMI, and we'll see how that ends up coming out. All right, so everything looks like it got a pop, but it looks like everything's kind of like chilled out a little bit. Let's see. But yeah, I'm loving the start to the day energy. Love the bullishness. All right, let's see. All right, so everybody's saying they thinking we're going to be green. We got 12% red, 89% green. All right, that's bullish if I've ever heard anything. I want to look back at the history on this last time we topped. So last time we came up, made a high, 1 candle, 2 candle, and then we kind of retrace. So I'm going to see how we... Now we're still pushing. I'm going to look into... I might look into some light calls on Palantir. Or not Palantir, PayPal. Let me see. All right, so not yet. All right, we're still on the 5-minute. Check them out on a 2. Maybe catch them on a pullback if we get a pullback. Tesla's going crazy. All right, 8 minutes in the market open. Let's see. Qs are just barely up. SPY just barely up. PayPal up 2%, Tesla up about 4%. Hold on, what's the next level on Tesla? Tesla looks like it might wanna go. Alright, so next area, like real level where resistance starts is around 290. So I'm not gonna play anything on Tesla, but this whole or 249. 249 to about this 245 level. So I decided I'm not gonna play anything on Tesla, but that's kind of where we can look for a potential turnaround in that box up there. So I'm gonna bring the SPY back up over here. PayPal looks like it still wants to go. So I'm gonna grab a little. Oh no, I'm gonna still wait. Still got some data coming in a little bit. First candle's looking nice though. Really looking nice on PayPal and Tesla. I know my portfolio is good. Dorothy, welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so we got the US dollar coming down a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but it's coming down. Top X, morning. Hey, I salute y'all for being up early in here watching the markets. Can someone tell me how it works? Is he going to tell us when to buy and sell? I am not going to tell you when to buy and sell, but I will let you know when I buy and sell. Ultimately, whether or not you buy and sell, that's up to you. I'm the first thing I'm doing right now. Hey, good morning, Skittles. Welcome to the chat. Hey, so hey, no problem, family. So first thing that we are, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, first thing we got popping off today, we got some data. Some data coming through in 4 minutes. So I just want to kind of wait and make sure that data is not going to like drop the market before I really get into anything. But oh yeah, let's take a look at Meta. It's probably contracts are probably a little bit more than I'd like to go for. I think with Meta, I was watching this trend line overall because I need to catch a bigger move on them before I do anything. All right, so hey, wait. Okay, Skittles said 8:41 p.m. here. Where are you at again, Skittles? Cause yeah, it's like when I was in Portugal, I think I want to say the market opened around like 5 there for me. All right, so 3 minutes to the data. Let's see. All right, Alexander said, hey, what is XCH? I'm not even familiar with that. What is this? Yeah, I might have to check into that later. Bring that back to like the SPY or something. The SPY definitely has a move coming. May not necessarily be today. Might need to fill in this gap first. But yeah, I think we got upside. Like when I was doing the watch list this morning, I noticed that if we look at the Qs, we still here. Let's zoom out. we still got a little gap up here to fill up to this 495 level. So yeah, if we get some data we like, hey, I could see us coming in to fill that in. All right, so let's see. Use this as a learning session, paper trade with them, and while you're doing it, try to work on, hey, couldn't have put it any better myself. Honestly, couldn't. Appreciate you, Alex. Do I do crypto? Nah, right now I'm focused on stocks. You know, there's many different wealth vehicles. I feel like there are plenty of stocks that have crypto-like returns. So, I mean, kind of until stocks are broken, I'm going to stay focused on them. You know, I might get into futures, but right now, to me, I don't have the money to be playing with stocks and crypto. Like if I had like a few $1,000,000, you know, I might throw a little bit into crypto, but predominantly my focus is stocks. You know, I'm not trying to spread myself too thin. All right, so looks like we could be getting a little potential pullback. All right, so on the Qs, looks like we may have just crossed down a little bit. Or we're crossed down. But it looks like we could be going up right now. All right, so let's check that data real quick. It says pending. I don't see any crazy market reactions right now. All right. Canadian lost in Vietnam. Lost in Vietnam. All right, so yeah, you were the one from Vietnam, or in Vietnam. Okay. So right now, SPY is hugging 850. The Qs aren't doing much at the moment. I just see, here, let's go to a 10-minute. I mean, we're still looking kind of ugly. We can go back to a 5. So it looks like we might be selling off. Maybe. But it also looks like liquidity. All right, so we do kind of on this lower time frame. Have a small little trend line right here. Oh, EVs? That was XCH? Okay. And what news was I waiting for? So the news was Flash Manufacturing. It's out. Honestly, the exact result. Okay, there it is. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter too much. It looks like it had a slightly negative effect on it, on the market. But we'll see. Superchargers for EVs. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm really just wanting to catch a trend changing. Honestly, if we look at the market overall, we're pretty flat. So this might start off being like kind of a no-go at first for me. Unless we can like break trend line to the upside or something. I see a lot of y'all are bullish. And you know, the chat has been wrong, but they haven't been far off, honestly. Okay. This might be a good little shot for, oh well, it's not the same on the SPY, but on the Qs, this might be a good little chance to look at upside. Let me see. So I feel like I want to wait for a candle close. Okay, that's looking very, very bullish. All right, so if I go for anything, it would probably be this. I'll try 448, 488 expiring tomorrow on the Qs. And I just grabbed it for 56. Didn't go too big. Bought in about right here. But yeah, I bought a 488. I'm really just looking to ride this momentum and see how this goes. This is for the $100 account. Yeah, let's see if we can get some continued momentum on this trade. Since I've entered, I'm up $2, $3, 7%. All right, so now I'm going to sit here and watch the candle. All right, so we keep on pushing up. All right, made a new high on the day. There's a gap right there. Might come back down and fill. We're up 10%, $6 on this trade. Also, good morning, Oliver. Forgot to say good morning. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. See if we can get some continued momentum. So we came up here, made a slightly higher high. Zoom out a little bit. Make sure this isn't liquidity being formed right here. Let me go out to a 10-minute. Mass 3D RC, welcome, good morning. Welcome to the chat, welcome to the stream. All right, so, okay, so I didn't see this high over here. We might be at the top of a range. Kind of going to sit there and watch. So yeah, we are kind of towards the top of the range. I want to see if we can get above 484. Because this appears to be a kind of good level of resistance. So I'm down $3 on this trade now. We're retesting that trend line I drew. As long as we stay above this, we should be good. But if not, things could be getting bad. But good things I see. We just retest. I'm not getting out yet. I want to see what this candle ends up doing. But yeah, I'm down 7 now. I'm still watching these EMAs, and we're still crossed to the upside, so it's still on the bullish side at the moment. All right, so yeah, looks like just got some liquidity going there. Glad I didn't exit the trade. Pushing up a little bit. Let's see if we can get some continued upside. SPY showing a little upside. It's not on, just a heads up. So you're good. And then, yeah, let's see. Wait, okay. Morning, Corey. 43 watching, only 8 likes. Come on, people. Takes one. Hey, yeah, let me read that. Let me reread that. Oh, hold on. Let me actually watch this. Let me actually watch this real quick. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if y'all like smashing like buttons, if y'all like showing love to the stream, hey, be sure to smash the like button. Corey has spoken. Don't let his words don't let his words go in vain. Peter Gale, good morning. Also, good morning, Corey. All right, so we got about 50 seconds till this candle closes. Still pushing up on PayPal. I'm loving it. So PayPal is one I would really want to watch this week. I actually think I'm gonna grab a call on PayPal as well. This isn't going to be a day trade, or I wouldn't expect this to be a day trade. This might be something that gets swung. So I'm gonna grab the weekly. Hold up, let's see. The weekly $81 call on PayPal. And I paid $36 for it. Alright, what's Meta doing? See you talking about Meta. I'm not too worried about PayPal. We got time on that. Where's... Are they not on my list? Oh, there they are. Oh yeah, Meta going crazy. They got some sort of catalyst? Or are they just going crazy? Oh, that's SMCI. I was like, okay, Meta, not as crazy. Okay. Okay, so we're pushing up on some things, but all right, just got into a Goog play. It's on a hot streak. All right, yeah, let's check out Google. I actually just added Google to like my long term. Not, I haven't started adding Google to my long term, but I've added them to like kind of my long term watch list. So it's like I might start adding Google to my long term portfolio as well. And here, let's see. Ooh, it's a lot of selling pressure right there. I feel like we're gonna push through this selling pressure though. Like everything, hold on, like everything's crossed up. I think we might hold through. We'll see. So yeah, we're looking all right. And you asked if 570 if it was resistance. If it is, I mean, it kind of looked like it was resistance, but if it was resistance, kind of just broke through. Let's see. I don't think Meta's ever been up here, so having a higher time frame resistance isn't going to be much. But yeah, I would say for the morning on the 5, yeah, 570 was resistance. All right. I kind of feel like we need to come up more on the, here, let me slide this up so I don't need to go as out of the way to see it. All right, so we have a lot of NASDAQ stocks buying up, so I don't know why the Qs is moving up so slowly. Hey, no problem, family. Love to hear that you're learning. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Because one day, when you learn and you know all this, you'll be able to pass this knowledge and information on to whoever you may choose, and it'll bless them too. Like I hope it blesses you as well. Let's see. So let's go back to Google. I was giving that some attention. The indexes are like pretty pinned right now. But yeah, I would love to see the Qs above 484. And maybe I'll watch this on like a 10. All right, yeah, I like the way that looks a lot more on a 10-minute chart than the 5. kind of slow it down a little bit because my expiration's for tomorrow on the queue, so I'm not as worried about theta. And then I was also kind of hitting that. I was also kind of watching that. What level that 495? I'm not sure if it'll like really go for that, but anything can happen. They try to fake us out at the middle or in the start of the day. GDX, another great one making. Okay, so when it comes to all-time highs, honestly, it makes me a little uneasy just because of the fact, like, it's never been here. And usually things like to kind of find a key like run to a key psychological level. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, okay, it's testing. It's testing all-time highs. So yeah, it's up here retesting. Oh, I need to pay attention to. I'm still holding these calls right now. Like I see we're below the trend line, but haven't gotten a complete. Okay. Might be time to get out. This still could be liquidity, but I'm watching this. I'm currently watching this EMA, and realistically, if I were to set my stop loss, it'd probably be about right here. And the momentum I'm trying to ride is higher. Now I want to say if my expiration were today, I would have gotten out when that just happened. But I'm a little bit more comfortable in this since I have till tomorrow, and like another thing that's keeping me in is just me seeing all this liquidity right here, which are these long wicks. I may actually put it a little past because whenever you get a sweep of liquidity, it usually comes and goes a little bit further than where the liquidity is. But what I really want to see is this go on to make and try to push up to new highs. But like right now, we're still on the EMAs, we're still crossed to the upside, which is bullish. Kind of what I'm saying, the SPY is still leaning more to the upside. PayPal is moving up. Nvidia is moving up. It's like things aren't blasting up, but everything at Meta holding up. Everything's just a little up. So let's see. Look back at Tesla. So we got this run on Tesla, PayPal. So I tried to extend the trend line I had drawn earlier on PayPal today. And I was going to say, it is, oh, hold on, I need to update my Discord trades. All right, so right now, I'm like break even on both those trades I got in today. Up 3 on the PayPal, and I'm down 3 on the Qs right now. So they're kind of balanced. All right, now I'm up 2 overall. Let's see, Palantir. Oh, are they making a move today? Yeah, they were kind of doing their little inner range thing. Okay, so they're at new like highs for the year. Yeah, Palantir went on a nice little run this morning. All right, let's see, they sweep something over here. Let's look at them on a 10. Trying to see if I just see something obvious that would have made this like, oh, this is clear money to just. I don't necessarily see like a clear entry. Let's see a 15. Yeah, I don't see anything that would have just told me, hey, there's straight money to be had on Palantir. But yeah, there was straight money to be had on Palantir at market. What tips would I suggest for beginners? I mean, first off, honestly, the first thing I would do is just learn what is pushing up and pushing down the stock. So just like the active understanding supply and demand, like, as people buy in the markets, that is what pushes the price up, and as people sell, that's what comes down. Then like after you kind of understand like the basics and whatnot, here, let me actually look at, there's kind of just like a process I would go through. So yeah, I would then go on to learn like technical analysis, understand like the differences, but like the candlesticks, and look at the different time frames and how to analyze a trend, and then learn your support and resistance, and then the trend lines. And then honestly, I would say like after you understand like support and resistance and trading with trend lines and whatnot, honestly, that's enough to like make money trading. But it comes down to actually sticking to the plan, and I would say honestly that's probably the hardest part for me, for sure, and the majority of other traders, because it's like a lot of times it's like, if you think about it, if you're taking trades, you should essentially be like 50-50 with all your trades, because there's a 50-50 chance. That's assuming you don't know anything. But a lot of people start out like way below that. And it's like, oh, go in and like go in with the plan, stick to the plan, and like review how or why you got in or out of something. And it helps out. Corey said risk reward, risk management. Yeah, that's important. And like I would say another thing about like the risk to reward and the risk management is going to be the fact that like you need to also listen to it. Like honestly, if I could program my trades, like if I could program my plans into a bot, which I am trying to work on doing. Like I'm working with some people like dealing with that, trying to like work on like programming like my actual strategy into something. It's like I believe the success would be a lot higher. It's like really have to learn to take your emotions out of trading, and that's like the toughest part. It's like I know y'all hear me talking, and I get a lot of comments on how like calm I am and how kind of like chill I am as things go down, like as we get pullbacks. Like for instance, we came up here, and honestly, as this candle was forming, I was like, oh, yo, this does not look good. But I think that's something that maybe came over time. Me seeing like, oh, this is what liquidity looks like. So ultimately, it's just going to be experience. The more you see it, the more like you actually watch it and learn the ways the market tricks you, the more you're like, oh, I've seen this before, and oh, this is probably what's happening. Because ultimately, if you think of people who are the masters at anything, it's really just pattern recognition. And the more you do something, the more of the patterns you see that you can recognize and take advantage of. All right, so we're finding a little volume. Tesla pushing up, PayPal kind of chilling. Let's see what Meta's pushing up a little bit. All right, let's see if we can actually get above this 484 level. I think if we get above 484, we can keep pushing. All right, so we're kind of testing the highs, but nothing really yet. Let's look at the 10 again. Let's look at the 15. Okay, on the 15, we look even better. Let's see how this 15 closes. Let's see the 15 on. Yeah, everything looks a lot better on the 15. A lot more. We look a lot more bullish on the 15, so I'm going to choose to look on the 15 for now. And that's kind of sometimes why I scale through different time frames. How do you know where support and resistance is? So when it comes to looking for support and resistance, maybe it's kind of automatic, or just from me seeing it, but like, for instance, you see kind of right here where you got 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. It's not exact, but it's kind of like a range because, support and resistance isn't going to be an exact area. So if I were to really draw what I would call support over here, I would say this is a support kind of range. This area would be support because, there is a lot of... this is kind of where you have your reversal. So this is a level that it looks like there was difficulty getting below. So right here, had trouble coming below, trouble coming below, coming below. And then, what was I going to say? And then also when we first came over here, we also had a little bit of trouble coming above. Like, for instance, there was trouble getting above here and trouble getting above here. So it's like whenever there's a level where there's a lot of resistance, whether it's to the up or downside, that is where you will typically find the support or resistance. So this is going to be a lower time frame, like level of support or resistance. So that'll be good looking on the day, but looking on a higher time frame, let's see. It's like you'll notice there are certain areas, like for instance, maybe it's kind of around this like 430 area. You got one over here, another over here. It's like whenever you get like a candle close at that level on the higher levels, that's usually going to be kind of a key level. But yeah, when it comes down to, I would say, like wherever you get like a swing, which is like you can kind of think is a pivot point, that usually occurs at a level of support or resistance. All right, so we're pushing up on the markets, kind of. All right, sometimes zooming out to larger, yeah. They say when in doubt, zoom out. It always makes things much more clear because it's like, looking at all this right here, this looks like a mess. Let's say we zoom out to the 4 hour. Honestly, this still looks messy to me. And if it still looks like a mess, you need to zoom out more. Okay, on the weekly, still look a little messy, but it looks a lot better. Like it's like clear. And then on the monthly, it's like, oh yeah, we're just running up. What stock should I be trading today? What stock should you be trading today? I mean, you don't necessarily... Oh, hold on. I need to pay attention. Pulling back a little bit on PayPal and the SPY. Pull that back over here. So now looking at the 15, I am starting to see that there is kind of resistance here. But let's see. Yeah, there is resistance up here at this level. What stock should I be trading today? Honestly, it's any stock can be traded pretty much any day. It's best to focus on one, honestly. And it's like learn the way one trades and it'll be a lot easier. There are thousands of stocks that you could trade today, but it ultimately depends on what you're looking out for. All right, so now we're trying to find resistance and hit some walls. I'm gonna still hold on to PayPal. I'm like watching as long as we hold this trend. Can you trade options directly through TradingView? I honestly don't know. I don't think you can with options. I feel like you can with futures and stocks and whatnot, but I don't think you can. But honestly, I don't know. I don't do it. PayPal been on a ripping tear. So yeah, PayPal has been okay. Let me come back into the queues because yeah, so we're doing a lot of consolidating, trading sideways, building up a lot of liquidity. It's like we're still technically in an uptrend, but there is still gap fill to like 476. Yeah, but PayPal's been getting a lot of analyst upgrades. They recently got like a new logo too. I'm gonna say their new logo looks like, honestly, I could have made that logo. It looks like you just slightly changed the color of PayPal. You drew, I don't know, and you just picked a font. Like it's the kind of font I would do like a YouTube thumbnail in, and then you just typed in PayPal. It's just black and blue, and it's not anything special. But they paid like over $1 million for the new for their new logo. I think they overspent. They should have just hired me, honestly. Let's see. But no, yeah, PayPal has a kind of a lot going for it. They're starting to get like inclusion. They're on a lot of websites and whatnot. They're starting to be more of a preferred like payment processor. They also like own Venmo and stuff as well. Also seen like a solid amount of analyst upgrades on them. I think I saw one this morning. Yeah, we're just building liquidity for a move. It's like the question is, when is this move going to occur? So to me, here, let me see if we zoom out again. So honestly, me looking right here, to those of you that like have seen my videos on market structure, which is slightly more advanced strategy, or I wouldn't say slightly, it's more advanced. It takes some time to teach. This is possibly a sweep of liquidity right here because we did come down and make a lower low. So this candle right here, if we look on the 4-hour, could be a continuation of this move on the 4-hour. So I'm very interested to see how this candle closes out, which would be in about an hour and 40 minutes. So as long as we don't pull back too much, I'm gonna hold that because I think this still could turn out bullish. Let me look at the Dixie. I think things could still turn out bullish. So I'm gonna hold that, see how we do. And just zoom out to the 4 for now on that chart. I think we may just kind of like trade in a range to start the morning though. Is there anything that anybody wants to look at stock wise? Let's draw that up here or something. All right, I'll just start going through stuff. All right, so SPY looks like we're about to come test or IWM. Okay, low key. I was doing my watch list this morning, and normally I just kind of go down my list. And I got to IWM when I was doing the watch list, and I just like skipped over it because I didn't like the chart. All right, so we got a little pop going on right here on the SPY. But yeah, we can check out IWM. So on the 15, they got, looks like they just got across to the downside. So that's bearish if you're looking at the, what is it? The EMAs. So looking at IWM, it looks, I mean, there's still a gap to be filled down to it. Here, let's look at it on the daily. Let me clear this. Honestly, IWM looks, it just looks ugly right now. I guess on the monthly they're still trending up, but, or maybe, no, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, IWM is, right now it's just ugly. So I purposely skipped over it this morning. The only thing I can really see is right here on the 4-hour. It's respecting the 14 EMA. But beyond that, I don't really have much to say about IWM. All right, Apple. So when I looked at Apple today, I got support being like 227, resistance being 230. So that's kind of what I'm sticking to. It looks like on the 30-minute they got a cross on the EMAs to the downside. Let's see. 1 hour does look like we kind of found support around the 48 EMA on the 1 hour. But yeah, I still have, well, I had support around this 227. So that's still the range I had it in. Like I would wait for, or I was looking for, yeah, once again, support to be right in this area, which I would say it kind of held up. And I was watching for breakouts between these levels. Like while Apple is between these levels, the game is to play from 230 to 227, 227 to 230. But yeah, that's how I would look at it. Right now we got a big bullish candle, and I would say if we can get above this 228.50 area on Apple, that's when we might see that push to 230, beyond 230, 232. But right now, it's really just play it level to level. All right, still really liking JPM. I do not like their price action. I mean, this is it's always been a good long-term hold in my opinion, but beyond that, so they are in a downtrend on the 4 hour. Yeah, they're in a downtrend right now because this big movement here broke structure and we crossed to the downtrend or downside on the 4 hour. It looks like they could be testing a fib level. Let's see. So yeah, they're coming up to test a fib level. We'll see how these look. It looks like there is resistance up here at 212 as well. So once again, like seeing that support and resistance, like right here, you got this right here, and then you also see we have trouble getting above in that same line if I were to take and draw a line. So yeah, that is where I'm drawing resistance. All right, going on, let's see. I got an $11 call on HE and 8 reserved for Friday. Let's take a look at HE. Don't even know what HE is. I don't know who he is. But see, you said all right, $11 call. So there appears to be a lot of liquidity down here. Once again, I'm on the 4 hour. So yeah, this looks to be a good level of support around this like 1063 area. So yeah, right now in this range, it looks like resistance above is around 11. And honestly, if it can get above that, let's see. That's a little tough for me. But yeah, if it could get above that, I feel like I like the 1150 area. But this isn't typically something that I would look to trade. There's also, like, looking at more time, this gap fill to 1123 on the weekly, that looks like something that needs to be filled. Let's see what that looks like on the monthly. I mean, it's been filled on the monthly, but on the weekly, that I think that needs to be filled in. All right, let's go on. Welcome, Mahishu. Thank you for the IWM. How long have I been doing stocks? Little over 5 years, or maybe closer to 6. I would say long enough to have to think about it when you ask now. It's like I've kind of gone on a bit of a journey. I think I started off initially just investing. And honestly, I think I had like $3,000 invested at a time, and had I just held on to that, I think it would have been over. Oh, it would probably be over like 200K now. Because it's just because of what the stock market's done. I had Tesla like 2 stock splits ago. I had Apple when they were on sale. I'm not sure if they've done 1 or 2 stock splits since, but I know they kind of have gone like extra wild since. I had Nvidia 2 stock splits ago as well. I had a good amount of all of those. And it's like, I had a friend that I told about Tesla, and they ended up buying some. They were able to hold. I wasn't able to hold mine. I actually had to like pull out and use my money. So I don't even know where I'm going with this, but yeah, I'm in long enough to realize the importance of actually buying and holding stocks and not just trading, because yeah, I've seen my portfolio, or I've seen stuff that I've owned in my portfolio go crazy because of the thesis that I had for them, like playing out, and not me wanting to trade them and not seeing the fruit of it. All right, so we're pushing up on Tesla. Oh wait, hold up. I think you said something about serve too. We didn't even look at that. Yeah, so serve is in the downtrend. I mean, there is support there at that $7 level. Looks like there's resistance around 750. So just be on the lookout for that. But it could go up to 8. But yeah, that's kind of a lot to do. I mean, if you're just trying to ride the momentum, that's one thing. But it's going to have some trouble getting up there to 8. It has some levels to visit before that's worth anything. All right, banks make me a little nervous post rate cuts, but if you see the trend lines I just posted, here, let's take a look. Okay, so hopping in the Discord. All right, also just an update on that account. I'm down $3, I think. No, now I'm down $4 on the day. Break even on, no, I'm up $1 on PayPal, and I am down 7 on the Qs. Now going in, looking at the general chat in the Discord. Let's see. Here, actually, I forgot I can share that with y'all. Let me share that with y'all real quick, what I'm looking at. All right, so looking at the Discord, let's see what we got here. Wait, let me see what he said. So, make me a little nervous, post rate cuts, but if you see the trend lines, I just post every time. Okay, so this is Google. Let's look at, what is this? That's still Google. Oh no, I think, okay, let's see. He must have posted some more. All right. Okay, I see it. Time frame is this? Okay, it's on the 4 hour. Yeah, I see that. We'll just have to hope we don't form like some sort of head and shoulders on that. Possible shoulder, head, could form another shoulder. Oh, it's like sometimes things look ugly, so we don't know. Let's check out another one of the charts. This is on a 1 hour. Okay, nice little trend, nice little uptrend right there. And then let's see, 15-minute, just a little more zoomed in. All right, so yeah, that's what he posted. All right, now Nike and Reddit. What's this? Oh, that's Thursday. Well, let's look at Nike on a 4 hour. So right away, something that, or a point of interest I see on Nike, once again, this is like a higher level thing, but you know, that is something I would like to see. I would like to Nike, or actually move that down a little bit. I would like to see Nike come below this before continuing its trend. So right now in this range, I don't expect Nike to do too much more until it comes back down, sweeps this liquidity. So if I were trying to trade Nike, I would watch for some kind of alert here. Also looking at it, let's see. Not sure if I would draw it from here or here, maybe something like that, or maybe from here. Or maybe that's too far this. But yeah, there's a fib in there too, so I'd like to see it come do something like that. Reddit. Okay, so this definitely means some resistance up here at this $67 level. Looks like it's starting to show some support around this $66 level because this is just straight liquidity. Reddit to me is a company that has a lot of potential, but it really depends on what you're trying to do. Oh, also on the 1 hour, looks like you could potentially have like, maybe a double top. How come you are trading a lot of stuff? So I am analyzing stocks that people are asking, but when it comes to me trading like PayPal and the Qs, these are, so my strategy and the way I do things is like, say I got familiar learning to trade on something like the SPY. I am familiar with the SPY enough to know, here, let's go to their chart. I'm familiar with the SPY enough to know that when it's looking like this, it's not going to move as much. So maybe I don't want to trade it as much that day, or maybe I think the trade is going to take more time. So if I think it's going to take more time, it's like, let's pretend I take a trade entry here, but I ultimately think the trade is going to go here. I can kind of leave this trade alone for now. And as long as it doesn't like come past my stop loss, and as long as it's still moving the way I think it's going to go, I can leave it alone and just kind of let my alerts do the rest. Maybe I set a stop loss or something once it moves up enough, but I'm able to kind of leave that alone and not think about it. And this trade may take like 3 or 4 days, but it's like, hey, I need to give that time to do its own thing. So now it's like, okay, this trade is doing what it's supposed to do, but I need to be patient. So now it's like, oh, I'm back. I still have funds in my account to trade, and I want to trade, and maybe I see other opportunities that are going to occur faster. So it's like, while I'm waiting for this one to take place over potentially 3 days, it's like, oh, I can make something in 30 minutes as well. So it's like, oh, let me go over to Tesla. And then it's like, oh, Tesla is doing that thing where it wants to run up. So it's like, oh, yeah, let me get in on Tesla. This one I may need to watch closer because this one will run up crazy. This will sell off crazy. So it's like, some you don't need to watch as close as others. Like for instance, today you heard me say PayPal and QQQ. This one I don't need to watch as closely. I'm not as worried about this one. The options contract don't move as much. I would expect more time for it to occur. Whereas this one, anything can happen with this one. So notice it's been on this screen pretty much the whole time. So that's why I'm trading more than one at a time. But I would say, yeah, it's even with me, it's not a good idea to trade a lot. Like even if I'm trading like multiple stocks on like maybe I have multiple trades that I expect to take like 3 days or so, there comes a point when I'm overloaded so much that it's like my decision making is not the best. It's like I get overwhelmed by, any kind of tricks the market may play. And that's how you know you're over leveraged in a position. Whenever it's like, okay, I'm not making the smartest decisions, and it's like after the fact, you look at it and you're like, okay, that was clearly a trick, but I was in too many things, so I was really worried about it. Right now, I'm just in these two on a small account. So, got till Friday for this one, got till tomorrow for this one, but I'll for sure be out of this by the end of the day if we don't have anything occur. Check in on something real quick.
Art.
So my thing more recently is I probably won't be on the stream to that point, but it's like I like to get on the streams like what was I gonna say? I've been enjoying hopping on these streams at market open. But sometimes like the market doesn't get going or get moving until like right now where I am it's like 9:41. Sometimes it doesn't get moving until like 10:30 or 11. And it's like I'll usually get off around 10 or 10:30. And it's like if it starts moving at 11, it's going to move for some time. And it's like if I knew, hey, it's going to move at 11, it's like I would just stay on till 11. But it's like usually that's the start of the move, and the next move may be over a couple hours or over the rest of the day. And it's like right now I'm not at a point where I can just sit here all day at the computer. I want to make stuff, like make videos, make content, help people, take some calls and whatnot. So that's something I find myself struggling with about these streams. Sometimes it kind of semi puts me in a position where it's like maybe I'm not taking the best opportunities for trades. All right, let me make sure Tatiana is caught up because she said thank you, but I responded to her a long time ago. Can you add someone on here? Ooh, I can put people in timeout. Hey, don't try me. I'll put y'all in timeout. Take y'all back to elementary. Bet. Cool. Just wanted to make sure she was caught up. No, yeah. So I have DVR mode on because I know whenever I go on other people's streams, it's like it's something I love and hate at the same time. Sometimes when you can only stay live in that moment, I find it to be a little bit annoying because sometimes they say something, I didn't quite understand it, and I want to go back. All right, so, hey, morning, family, welcome back. All right, glad I found your stream. Gives me the feeling like I'm trading. Hey, that's what it's about. That's why I originally got on YouTube, was to find like-minded people. At the time, like when I was in college or whatever, originally went to school for like nursing, but then I dropped out. So when I dropped out, everyone was focused on giving IVs and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, I just dropped out of nursing school, so I'm not going to be making as much money as I thought I'm going to make. So that's like when I picked up a book off my dad's shelf. I think it was called like Secrets of the Millionaire Mind or whatever. It was a lot of like affirmations and stuff like that. So yeah, I like read that and then went on to, I don't know, I found Rich Dad Poor Dad. And it was like after that, it's like, oh, assets, liabilities. Okay, let me find more assets. Let me find more things that will make me money. And kind of the one with the lowest barrier to entry was stocks. And I was doing all right with that. But then, like, I got on YouTube looking up, like, how to trade stocks or, like, just how to invest in stocks because I wasn't even, like, interested in trading them. But then, like, I want to say I was, like, oh, maybe, like, 20 or 21 at the time, somewhere in that range. And I saw this one video. It was talking about options. It was just, like, education on the stock and whatever, on stocks and what they were. And you talk about options, and they're like, well, they're like, don't trade options. And then, of course, me being 20, 21, I wouldn't say I was very rebellious, but I was like, ooh, what's that? I was like, let me learn about that. And it's actually weird. I think I had come home for Christmas break or whatever, and I heard my dad, appreciate you. How do you say your name? Maro? Oh, I. But anyways, I found bro made $2 on a 255 call in Tesla. Hey, money, profit is profit. Hey, happy to hear it, family. Happy to hear it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I overheard my dad on a call. I guess he was taking like some course or whatever. They were like explaining options to him. And it was like basically, it was, I think he was learning like a spread strategy, but it was like essentially, it was like, oh, so if this happens, that $100 becomes $400 and all that stuff. And I'm like, oh, what's that? So then I like just overheard it and I was like, oh yeah, let me try to play with that myself. So then, I don't know, Apple had just sold off, and this was back when you could get options way cheaper. Apple sold off. Apple was whatever, but I followed Apple kind of closely. I'm consumer of Apple. I would kind of like nerd out over all their Macs and their iPhones and headphones and all that stuff, all their products and whatnot. So they sold off for some reason. And then I was like, oh, yeah, Apple will definitely move up $10 in the next 10 months. That's when Apple used to move a lot more because their market cap or because their stocks were a much higher percentage of the company. So now, I don't know. So when that happened, I remember my thought was, all right, I'm going to put $300 into this trade. And I was like, if I lose it, that's okay because I learned something. But If I make money, cool. So I remember I bought like 2 calls and I paid a total of like 300, or I think I may have added more later because I think I've looked back at the history for this trade and actually I ended up with like 4 calls somehow. But they were like $10 away. I had a month of time on the trade. And when the trade was over, it was over $6,000. So 600 to 600 to like over 2,000 being my first option trade. Right there, I was hooked. I didn't understand it, but I was like, yo. And I remember asking my dad, I don't think he understood naked options at the time, but like I showed him. I was like, yo, I was like, can I keep that? And he's like, I don't know. Like he was like real confused because I think he had only traded like spreads and whatnot, and it was because like with people kind of like helping him. I don't think he'd ever traded naked options, and I traded naked options like that. So I thought like, you know how a lot of people, you know how options are representative of 100 shares. I was like, I don't own 100 shares of Apple. I can't afford 100 shares of Apple, and let alone I can't do it 4 times. So I was like, oh dang, that's a lot of money. I don't have that. So I think I ended up selling it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I ended up selling it. I don't think I let it expire, but even if I did let it expire, they would have closed it out anyway. But yeah, that's my first option trade. That's how I kind of got into this. All right, so we're kind of pushing up. PayPal's close to highs on the day. Yeah, it's like sometimes I need to slow things down and like look on the 4 hour. The 4 hour before I started streaming, that's kind of like my chart. So looking back at the cues, kind of like what I was saying earlier about the kind of the higher level trade in the sweep of liquidity. Wait. Yeah, the higher level trade in the sweep of liquidity. If we look right here, where is it? There is oh yeah, let's move that up a little bit. Hard to get it like perfect. All right, so right here, if we really zoom in, Q's came down here, there's liquidity, and then over here we came past it, went lower. All right, so now we got PayPal pushing up. Got Tesla pushing up. How's Meta doing? Meta is back below that 470 level. The Qs has come down a little bit. Not the Qs, the US dollar. So yeah, we are making kind of headway. Let's see how we're doing on the. Let's see. Let's see how we're doing on that PayPal option. So right now I'm down $9 on the Qs because it's just consolidating. And PayPal, is this real? Hold up. I feel like I should be up more than this. Oh no, so it's no PayPal. I'm up $1. The Qs I'm actually down $6 on. That's a little better. Yeah, so right now I'm kind of fighting a losing battle a little bit on the Qs. All right, can you check crowd and explain that long green Candle on the 1 hour. Yeah. How they, what are they actually trading at right now? That was something I wanted to, okay. So let's see. Okay, SPY, or Qs I just saw. Here, let's go back down to a 15-minute. Actually, we're still bullish on the 15. I said I like the Qs on the 15, and now we're trying to move above that, what was that level? The 834 level I was calling? Or 484 level. I mean, let's see if we can get above it, but hey, we touched it. That's cool. But going on, looking at, was it CrowdStrike? You said 1 hour. Is this the candle you're talking about? This one right here? Because I would say this, I mean, this constitute is long. So if this is the candle you're referring to, basically what's going on, this is liquidity. There are, and all liquidity is there are a bunch of, there's a high exchange of buying and selling going on in that area. So there are a bunch of sellers kind of waiting, like looks like right around this $300 area, and they are pushing the price down. There are a bunch of people who are either taking profits or just own it and don't want it to come above that are pushing the price down. So that's what that is. Let's actually see what it looks like on a lower time frame. A lot of consolidation. I think that was an opening on the market. I had stock also sold at. So yeah, you can see we got support kind of at about this 198 level. So yeah, ultimately we'll just have to see what comes. But yeah, it's just a bunch of liquidity. But for now, we have on the 1 hour, support's going to be this 14 EMA right here. Now we ran up to 484 and we came right back down, playing with my heart. On my chart on the 23rd, it's showing a candle in front, a candle front, oh, from 275 to 300. Okay. 1 hour on CrowdStrike, and you said on the 23rd. For today? You said from 275 to 300? What platform are you using? And what because I don't see that on the 1 hour. I don't even see that on the daily chart. They probably have it here. Let's check it on. Let's check the week. The week shows from like 259 to 300. I mean that would be the closest thing. Let's check. Yeah, because the daily, it's like unless you're looking kind of at these as one, I mean, if you wanted to come in and do something here, if you wanted to do like a 2 day on that, let's see what that would look like. Oh wait, where'd it go? Yeah, we could get a candle that looked like that if we drew like a 2 day candle, but oh, it's on Weeble. Yeah, when I used to use Weeble, sometimes it would do like a random thing where there was just like a massive wick out of nowhere, and it's like, whoa, where's that coming from? But I wouldn't see that on any platform. That's one thing I don't miss about Weeble either. But oh, you know what? That's a good time to mention. Hold up, I have not mentioned on the stream. Can get up to 15 free shares when you sign up for Moomoo using this link. Yeah, let me go ahead and pin that. Okay, so now what was I going to say? All right, so I wanted to kind of make a comment about, what was I going to say? I wanted to make a comment about something, I just can't remember what it is. Hold on. Actually, PayPal. Let me set an alert at this trend line because I'm not sure I necessarily trust it running above that. That's a 1 hour or 4 hour. Time frame did we break on? Extend that. Yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, it's where we got interest rate cuts coming in now, because now I started getting emails about all the just all the rate cuts, saying for all my savings accounts that oh yeah, you're going to be earning a lower savings rate. So yeah, to those of you that are saving money those of you looking to earn money, saving money, that interest rate's coming down. All right, let's go. Just a heads up, I'm a little bit distracted here. I'm looking at something on my phone. But I'm still here. I'm trying to still be vocal, but I'm also trying to read some stuff. All right, once again, I want to see if I find like a satisfying timeline. This is liquidity is waiting to come and do something. Let me go back to a 4 hour on this. I still like the 4 hour on this, kind of. It's going to come down to how we close this hour, if we can stay up. So let's see. Oh, it's September. It's crazy. I feel like this year's gone by kind of fast. I still got some work to do. I got some things I need to do before this year's out. Okay, so we're trying to, let me come back down to a 5 on this. Making me watch it on a lower time frame. I just need to make sure we like hold up here on a lower time frame. But one thing I want to show you is, so there is liquidity in a sideways. There's like sideways liquidity. And right here we kind of have some trend line liquidity. So once again, we are kind of respecting a trend line for the most part. There is like a little level that we did like sweep, but for now this trend line is going to serve as liquidity. And I mean, first off, when you see all these wicks like here, like this, as you're passing, hey, that's just showing you we're getting charged up for a larger move. So when this move actually occurs, if it's to the downside, I'm probably going to get ripped out of this position. So honestly, I probably need to set some kind of stop limit real quick just to make sure things don't get too bad. I think I'm going to do that real quick. I'm already kind of down on this contract. But here, let's trade, sell. I'm going to go to stop limit. My issue just set his stop loss, or actually my issue just set their stop loss. All right, so stop. I don't want to set my stop. This is the thing I don't necessarily like about the contract, so I'm gonna set my stop at 25. 25. Yeah, we'll see if we hold up there. Yeah, so if the option contract comes below 25, I'm stopped out. But otherwise, hey, we're gonna keep riding this. So now I'm like really not worried about it as heavily. And also if this doesn't end up becoming liquidity, then hey, we might be on for something. Might be in for a bigger move down. All right, so gotta kind of like break right there. Got the EMAs coming down. It seems like a very, very like low volume kind of day. There's not like much going on. Let me see if I'm still in this contract. I'm still in the contract. Like the contract's not moving too heavily. So I'm not too worried. I'm kind of glad I'm not necessarily out of it yet. But yeah, if it does pull down, I set my limit for 25. Since it's already so low, I probably would have set it higher if I had set it right when I got in. But yeah, I set it for 25. Casey said, I'm in a put. When did you get in your put? So are you in a put on the Qs, or is there something else you're watching for? you think about Toast was going to run the $40 June call. Let's check out Toast. I mean, it appears to be trending up. I feel like I would like to see a pullback first. Kind of got this little trend line going. That's on the 4-hour. Yeah, I would like to see it either consolidate for a little bit to this $27 level, or I would like to see a pullback to, if it were today, or well, I guess. Wait, you said June 20th. Okay, so that would be pretty much a leap. I mean, yeah, if you got in up there, then that probably that could have worked out for you then on the Qs, the put on the Qs. But what was I going to say? Okay, I see what you're talking about, because I was like, yeah, this could be on like some kind of breakout levels, like kind of like PayPal if it wants to. So yeah, this is more like a support and resistance than a trend line play right now. So zooming out, here, let's start out on the monthly. All right, so they started out over here just super valued up. Let's see. So let's see. I mean, first thing I'm gonna look at, I'm not sure if I would draw it from here or here. Sometimes I do both. For the sake of this, I'm gonna start for here. You're playing it with the interest rate cuts. They're like a payment processor, right? I feel like I had to like intern somewhere where they use Toast as like a something like that. Let's see what it says. Technology service. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, it looks like they are potentially, like, I would, depending on where this month closes out, if they can close out above this 2750 kind of level, hey, it could be a move. Yeah, that might be some money there. That might be some money. That's kind of similar with what I'm hoping for on PayPal and what I'm watching for. Like right now, this is looking amazing. I mean, the move probably, or on the monthly, isn't as big as that, but yeah, it's like closing above this area. Next area we're looking for is, take out this $88 level. Oh, dang. Let's go back to the Qs. So the Qs are consolidating. So this looks like we're putting it. So right now what I'm saying on the Qs is this is a weekly chart. But I mean, still, we put in a higher low and it looks like we're trying to push to some highs on the 4-hour. Let's see. Still got a gap to be filled down here. But really, if I were to kind of start the day off and I set a range, wait, what's this? Okay. So resistance would have been about up here like 43.70. Support would have been down here around Well, actually, it would have been down here around about 480. Looking on the day, honestly, at those levels, like me trading on my 4-hour levels, I would not have entered this trade because it's kind of in a consolidation range. But if we catch some volume, hey, it could happen. All right, back to me looking at things. Oh man. Looking at a pressure washer right now. Let's see. Yeah, it's just a bunch of consolidation. Ultimately, I want to see how this candle closes out. But yeah, I got my stop limit in. Dixie is still moving kind of. Hey, on the 4-hour, yeah, we're looking good on the Dixie. That's looking like, hey, we're coming up, but we'll see. We will see. I'm still waiting on a trade that's just like, still waiting on just like a nice trade setup. Let's move over to the 4-hour over here. Let me change this trend line. I still see this looks a little, let's get rid of that. Oh, now the Dixie's running up. All right, so this is what an indecision candle looks like. Right now, the buyers and the sellers are evenly matched on the 4-hour. Market does not know what it wants to do right here. Tesla, Nvidia. See, what I'm thinking, like, I see this on Nvidia right here, similar to what I saw on the Qs. We come up, we try to push harder or higher. Oh, that is the Qs. Hold up. Never mind. Forget I said that. Oh, hold up. I'm looking on this side. Okay, so IWM broke support. I wasn't paying attention, but yeah, they fell through that support right there. They've closed their gap. Next level I would really watch for would be about this 218.50, or actually maybe 219.50. Meta selling off. All right, so now we got the Qs selling off. AMD looks like a possible double top. I think PayPal is the only thing I really have that could continue running up as the market comes down. So yeah, we'll see how that does, but it looks like the market's trying to come down now. Let me see how we're doing on a 5-minute. We'll see how this candle closes, because right now it looks like we're coming down, but it could be a fake. We're still just trading in a range. It looks like we're breaking though. So Coinbase, Shopify. All right, so we're about to get the candle close. 4, 3, 2. All right, so there should be a new candle. All right, let's look at it on the 10 real quick. All right, so yeah, one more on the 15. Still watch this one more candle. See how this ends up being on the 15. If there's anything on my list that just looks interesting. All right, we're coming back down on $1. Buying up a little bit on the Qs. Yeah, we're pretty range bound right now. Shopify merchant ads accelerating, take rates likely under pressure. Okay. All right, so yeah, we're back above that trend line. Let's see how that we are looking on the. Okay, so now we're testing as resistance on the 10, on the same on the 5. We're still cross to the upside on the 5 as well. We are getting good buying pressure here. It's not just being tested resistance. So I'm gonna say this trend line may be irrelevant. Or maybe I should draw it down more. Meta gave back all the gains. Yeah, what was up with all that? What was up with that pop? I mean, they're still up 4 on the day. Actually, this could be a sweep of liquidity. Let's move to a 15. I mean, it's not as clean, but there is liquidity here. And this would be the first time it was technically swept because these didn't come out below. So it's possible this could be a trade for Meta, depending on like what kind of buying pressure we see here. It's possible. We just need to find the time frame. I mean, that looks a lot better on the 30-minute. Definitely does. But we'll have to see how this candle closes. But it could also, maybe come touch this line, or there's a lot of places it could pull back to. But right now it looks like it is possible that this is a sweep of liquidity. Also, if you're in the Discord and somebody messages you randomly and says they're me, it's not me. Unless I tell you in the Discord I'm going to message you. But if you're doubtful as me, you'll ask me for like some kind of video message, I got you. But yeah, more than likely, it's not going to be me messaging you unless you message me first. Watch out for scammers and impersonators. Because they run rampant in the Discord. All right, so yeah, right now it's looking like it could be liquidity. It's looking like a sweep of liquidity. We'll see. We'll see. Let me go back to the PayPal. Still looking good on the 1 hour. Let me go back to the Qs over here. I mean, it still might be on the Qs too. Was this a 4 hour? Yeah, we'll watch the Qs on the 4 hour. Still looking good. The market is playing its games. The sweep of liquidity on the higher time frame is one of the that's part of one of the games they play. So, but if you know how to like recognize it, that's some good money right there. Oh shoot. Is that my actual cousin Corey? I'm not sure. I am not 100% sure because that looks like an Oompa Loompa right there. I know you don't look like that. All right, hey, what's up, family? What is up? Appreciate you dropping in and showing love. All right, you said 165 call on Google. Honestly, if this move is a sweep of liquidity, yo, then let's see what we see on Google. All right, well, we're on the 4 hour. I mean, Google is just, the trend is strong on Google, just period. Honestly, let's see how far back we can. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's see if we can. Nah, not there. Let's check. I don't know. I don't love it, but yeah, Google, the trend is strong. It's showing a good amount of support here. I mean, it's an old resistance, so 165. Yeah, as long as we hold above it, it might be a good level for a call. Look forward to come back, take out that high that was just set at, what was it, 166.57. It has potential. Definitely has potential. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Still got all this liquidity here as well. I don't know if you're still here, Corey, but don't you focus predominantly on crypto? I think you told me about like Ripple. Focus mostly on Ripple, I thought. All right, so yeah, that's the Q. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Still looking all right there. And Meta still looking like a possible sweep. Oh, we got this candle about to close. So then we'll see what kind of energy we get off that. We could still come down, make another. Oh yeah, it's looking kind of sweepy. But we could get another. It's possible to get another candle, come down here, make an equal low, or we could just get another candle that's just straight bullish. Those are two things to look for. But yeah, after this candle, the next 30 minutes is gonna kind of determine what's going on with the Qs and Meta. So, give it some time and we will have an actual idea of what's going on. Yeah, if you're not, oh, hold on, I got an alert for oh, I missed it. I got an alert on for SMCI like an hour ago. I definitely saw that. But it's okay. It's still like here, I might go small on a call. I'm going to alert the Discord for that one because here, let me take a look at SMCI. Want to actually look at some charts and not just see them on my phone. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the 4-hour chart. But the 1-hour chart, yo, it looks, something ain't right. Weekly, daily. This looks different on my phone on the 1-hour chart. Something is not right here because on the 1-hour chart I have this. Let me refresh this, see if that does anything. All right, we still got Meta over there, looking good. But yeah, I'm gonna need to see what's up with SMCI. Yeah, this is what it looked like on my phone. So I like what I see. That's so weird that was not how it just looked. All right, so let's 4-hour. Okay, that's so weird. Okay. 1 hour. But the 4-hour. I don't want to enter if that's just the. Wait, it says that's the 4-hour. Okay, so yeah, I'll need. I want it to close in there on the 4-hour. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. So we got Meta over here. Let's bring this back to the Qs. All right, Q's still looking good. So yeah, it looks like we got some liquidity that's been swept. The SPY is going up to test 470 again. Right there. Looking good, looking good. It's just going to be a game of patience right now. I don't know how patient I can be. I'm kind of hungry. Tried to have a little bagel before the stream started. But then I'm not sure this bagel is cutting it. All right, one moment. I'm going to step away from the charts. Let me take a quick look out the window. It was raining where I am today in Dallas. Oh, it stopped raining. Okay. Yeah, just had to do a quick check on the weather. I didn't feel like the market would do too much while I stepped away. And it has not done that much, so hey, we're chilling. Yo, if y'all hear me breathing kind of heavy, that's because I'm getting a couple pull-ups in. Market's not doing anything. I got this pull-up bar on this door next to where I'm streaming. So, gotta stay in shape. You know, just sitting at the charts and doing nothing, just watching. Doesn't really help out much. So gotta stay in shape. What's a good break even point on PayPal? When you say break even, what do you mean? Like, are you talking about to enter a trade? Because first off, it depends on how long you're going to be in the trade. I don't know how to say. It's like I have PayPal shares. I did grab that PayPal call. But if you're asking when you say break even, why is my call not moving? Hold on. Oh, it has a delta of 22. But, well, I guess PayPal hasn't moved that much. Yeah, my PayPal call is barely moving. I usually get an extra week on it. Rest of my week's going to be full, but I'll check in as often as I can. Hey, have a great week, Mahishu. Have a blessed week. Appreciate that. I'll probably be off here pretty soon as well. Appreciate you joining us this morning. All right. So yeah, PayPal, if we were to look at price targets on PayPal. So here, let's see. Oh, this is on a 4-hour chart. PayPal is the highest it's been since what is it? The highest it's been since May of 2023. So honestly, I would say if we were to draw a price target on, or draw some price targets, it would be kind of looking at this area. So we could probably look at this kind of 81, this 78, 81 level. Next would be this 79, 26. Or 80 and 12 cents. It's not really moving too much. Those are, that would be kind of the next areas I would look for on PayPal. But ultimately, I'm looking at this trend line to see when it's, or if we can get it to kind of try to contact that. That's what I'm watching for on PayPal. SPY close to hugging this. Let's go watch the SPY. Yeah, PayPal is not anything. Okay. So SPY looks like kind of close that gap fill to the upside now that we're looking at it. Also have this trend line to the upside on SPY. So was old support, now it's currently resistance. So yeah, I also want to see how the SPY really kind of holds up at these levels. Hey, how do you know when theta speeds up? So I don't know exactly when it speeds up. There's not like a formula or anything. But usually after it loses momentum, the theta speeds up. Like if you get in a trade in the morning, the theta is speeding up. So I don't know. It's like I would maybe try to like chunk the day up into 30-minute intervals. It's like, oh, maybe the first hour it's fine as long as it has momentum. But then after that, it's like, yo, it's dropping severely. And I don't know, 0 day to expiration contracts, they're tough. All right, Tesla's still pushing up. PayPal pushing. Shoot, let me check my portfolio. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're looking good on this portfolio. It's when we started back on April on the channel. That's even. It's crazy. I'm down like 42% on SMCI. Even with that, overall it's up pretty nice. Just wait till they decide they actually want to go crazy. Tesla and PayPal. If there are two stocks that can go up even if the market goes down, it's Tesla and PayPal. All right, yeah, SMCI continuing to pull back. I'm glad I said, yeah, let's wait for the 4 hour. Because otherwise, that probably wouldn't have been so hot. Get in, start losing money like heavy, or losing money, bleeding money. All right, so notice right here on this sweep of liquidity I was talking about on Meta. You bought in right here, like $5.65. Since then, we're up about $2. That's one strategy to kind of get in and take your money, but this is something you would expect to make a new high, so you would expect to like at least ride this up to about 530 or 571 should it play out. But of course, this first level we're going to have resistance getting above this 14 EMA. Yeah, we came in, close this gap. Do I prefer a 10, 20, or 30 stop loss? It depends on how much the contract is. I would say like lower amounts is going to be closer to 30. Oh yeah, the SPY needs to get above this trend line first, but yeah, if it gets above that, hey, we're running. The Qs are trying to move back up to. Let me see if I'm still in on the Qs. I'm not sure if I got stopped out or not. Hey, came back on the Qs, kind of. I mean, I'm still down 11, so I'm down like 20% on it, but it's doing a lot better than it was. So yeah, I took profits on Meta. I always miss out on the bigger gains because I move my stop. Hey, that's sounds like a good problem to have to me because oh look, yeah, with Meta, we're it's kind of pulling back a little bit. One of the things I did say was I wouldn't be surprised to see another kind of like if it pulls back right here, makes an equal low, and continues up. Hold on, wrong side. But as of right now, it's still showing selling pressure because right now we're still looking at and we're still looking at the downside on this. All right, so the market is green, $1.68 on the day on the SPY Qs. All right, so it's up about 0.3 overall. I'm just trying to compare to what everyone kind of said for the day. Checking the accuracy of the chat. Chat accurate. Why can't I talk right now? The chat accuracy. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. Hold on, y'all. Taking a moment to like respond to a message, so it's hard for me to like talk and like talk at the same time. So give me a moment. But I'm here. I am here. I'm not going anywhere. Well, actually, I am in probably a few minutes, but till then, I'm not going anywhere. All right. Okay, we're above 570. Hey, SPY looking good. The Qs are trying to get to the 484. Meta's still like trying to sell off. I'm gonna need them to push on up. Well, if they want to come down and retest that way quickly, that's cool. Question: do you examine the other time charts like 5 minute? Yes. So I do examine the 5 minute charts, but that's usually going to be, honestly, it comes down to movement. Like it depends on how fast the market is moving. If we have volume and momentum in the stock market, I will look at it on a higher time frame. But if there's not that much going on, then hold on. If there's not that much going on a lower time frame, that's when I look on a higher time frame. Like right now, we are ranging between 569 and 570 on the lower time frame. And to me, this is, I mean, it's movement, but it's not really much to trade. This is more scalp trading. So it's like if I look at it on a higher time frame, it just makes it look like, oh, it makes it seem like more is going on to me. Like I can, like ultimately I'm looking for the same thing on the charts on every time frame. I just look for the time frame that actually shows me what I'm looking for, if that makes sense. So like this right here is something I would look for, and right now it looks the clearest on the 4 hour to me, as in like the 1 hour looks messy, 4 hour it looks perfect, and yeah. So yeah, ultimately it depends on how long you're trying to be in the trade. And it's like if you identify something on one time frame, but you like to be quicker, or if you like to take your time on a trade and it's on a lower time frame, then it's like, oh, it's probably a better idea to not take that trade. And then if it's something that's on a higher time frame, then it's like, oh, do I have the patience for this trade? Oh, do I is like, oh, can this happen by my expiration? All those questions arise. So yeah, the Qs is looking good. I'm probably gonna hold on to that. I think right now I'm gonna hold both things. I would look to continue riding the Qs as long as we kind of, well, actually, I want to see us kind of still push higher. Otherwise, I'm going to need to get out of the Qs, actually. Might want to push my stop limit up. Yeah, the Q's just up here kind of testing. Yeah, let's actually move down to a 2. I want to see us kind of continue and push on. Like I don't think I want to take another ride down. So yeah, now I'm watching this on the 2. And it's like I might just cut it if we don't do it here. Because I'm not exactly in a contract that, I think I got like a 488. Let me see. Yeah, I grabbed a 488 call, and it's like, if we don't start showing some upside soon, then I don't think it really has a chance. It's like I can see us like breaking out, but we need to start pushing up now about this at this point of the day. So it's like over these next like 15 minutes or so, it's kind of its last real opportunity to do something like that. Or at least for me being in this trade. All right, Tesla is getting pretty close to that 250 level. So Tesla is looking amazing. It's kind of slow moving for Tesla the way it normally moves. Tesla doesn't normally move this slow. Let's look at, oh, hold on, wrong side. Let's look at Meta on the 4 hour. Oh, Meta still looks decent on the 4 hour. Look at them on the 1 hour. They still look decent on the 1 hour as well. Maybe that wasn't a 30-minute move. We'll see. We will see. Okay, the Q's still pushing. SPY is kind of chilling right now. Still trying to fight. All right. I'm looking at Meta, but I'm going to change that to the SPY. Oh, the SPY looks really good if you look at it on 1 hour. Yeah, we're looking kind of good. Pushing on up. Pushing on up. So we got the SPY at 570.02. We got the Qs at 484. So the SPY is at all-time highs, and the Qs is just way behind. I want to look at the SPY on the monthly chart. I just had the thought, like, how many times has the SPY made all-time highs this year when I did not think it would have? Okay, so it's pretty much every point after so the SPY has made new all-time highs pretty much every month this year after, what month is this? After January. Oh, hold on. The SPY has made new all-time highs this year pretty much every month. Pretty much. Aside from, what month is this? Aside from April, the SPY has touched all-time highs every month. Oh, April and August. That's kind of wild. This year has been crazy bullish. Like, here, let's see where the year started out. That is crazy. Every month, except for April and August, the A months, the SPY has made all-time highs. Or at least on the monthly chart. Alright, so started right here. Wait, that's some... Yeah, it's January. So we started the year around, what's that, 472? Yo, the SPY is up like 20% on the year, almost $100, bro. That's crazy. That is very crazy. Hey, we'll have to see. Like, you know, they say we usually sell off coming into what is it, the election? I know we just got like a rate cut into the election, but dang, I feel like they're just gonna rip the rug from under us. I'm gonna keep playing upside, riding upside, but it's like I am very cautious with any trades we make, especially coming into these all-time highs. But the Qs, oh wait, hold on. The Qs is not at levels like this. Or the Qs are not at levels like this. So, but there's still like a gap to be filled up to 495. I wouldn't be mad if the Qs just wanted to just go quickly, close that in the next 5 minutes. They could make any excuse they want. I wouldn't be mad at them. Going back to the 2 minute. See how we hold up here. Ooh. All Okay, so that kind of held up, but that was looking kind of nasty. Okay, so that was just a quick EMA test on the 5 minute. What's that looking like on the 2 minute again? See where this candle closes out. How's the SPY doing? Let's go. All right, let's see. Yeah, for the sake of still being able to trade tomorrow, I am going to close out of this call I bought on the Qs. Putting in the order for 39. I don't know why it hasn't been filled yet, because it says it's currently trading at 41. That doesn't even make sense. Here, let me try to sell it again. Okay, so I got filled for 41. I sold out. I took an L. So I am down $17 on the day. I'm still holding my PayPal calls. And I'm kind of chilling with that. I might swing it. But yeah, I'm about to get off. And it's like I could make some trades today. Who knows? They would be for the larger trade, or a larger account. But yeah, right now I'm just waiting for something that actually looks good, and it would need to be something that looked good on a 4 hour. Because honestly, right here, this 484 level, this could actually be like a good short. And don't really know what this will turn out to be yet. So just kind of where we are right now. This might actually be a good level to grab a short. Maybe we play this gap fill down to this like 475 or whatever it is on the lower time frames. Maybe 476. Yeah, I guess 476 level. And then, yeah, beyond that, it is what it is. So, yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream, family. It's been a real great time. Had a lot of fun on stream with you guys today. But now I'm going to go get about my day. Hey, Rick, I hope everyone's green today too. Hopefully PayPal will take my account green, but hey, it's nothing too bad. We're still chilling about like 100 on the account, so we're chilling. All right, everyone, Matthew Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life. All right, peace.